All right guys, so we're going to do a swan or a glute stretch. We're going to go a regular swan going into a sleeping swan. So we'll start by bringing the left foot underneath that right thigh. Again, loads of different ways to do this. You want to try and have your foot as in line with your knee, but some people it's just not possible. So with my back leg, you can see that I'm bringing it more to the center of my body. So my knee is more in the center, say in line with your hips, but I like to have it a bit more in the center. And I can feel that in my glutes immediately. So staying upright first, this feels good. Again, any tightness in the lower back, you're gonna hear about it or feel it. Again, just relax. And if you want to, go down onto your forearms. If that feels more comfortable for you, crack on. I'm just going to be here for a few breaths. You can go straight into sleeping swan if you like, that works for you. Not too bothered. Nice deep breath. And then slowly come up and we'll swap sides. So again, if you want to shake it off a little bit, go into a downward dog, that's fine, crack on. And then we'll swap legs. So right foot underneath that left thigh. Again, one side's always going to feel a little bit different to the other. That is normal. And then you could have done that from the start, it's up to you. Last deep breath. And slowly coming out into the rebound, so whatever that may be. All right, next we're going to do a melting heart or a puppy pose, loads of different names for it. So I want to start with my knees roughly around hip width apart. Okay, again, you need to adjust accordingly, but the hips stay over the knees. I'm going to tuck the tailbone up into the air. Almost like sticking my tailbone up. Hands go out in front, and then the head comes through the shoulders, and then we relax the head on the ground. So main areas, maybe in the lower back where we've done that little tilt, but also mainly in those shoulders and the top part of your back. One of my favourite stretches. About 4 more deep breaths. Last breath. Not ever, but slowly coming out of this stretch now. Ooh, that's a good one. And again, reset however you like. So I've done this, so I like to open up my chest this way. All right, guys, let's go into a cat dragging its tail. Dragging its tail? Catching its tail. I'll show you from this way for now. So low, again, loads of different options, right? So I'm gonna come down onto my side. Okay, then I'm going to grab my leg that's on the bottom. So for example, this one's my right leg. And my left can go wherever I want it to go. You kind of want it to go in front of that back leg though, or the leg that's behind you. Okay, and then just relax. You wanna come up like so, pillow, whatever works. Fitting it in my right quad here. Again, in yin yoga, for example, when they might have their body upright, like so. For me, this just doesn't get into my quad as much. It's the only reason I don't do it. That's the reason I like to lie down. I feel that much more in my quad. And then last breath. And then just relax. So we'll swap sides. You don't have to completely change directions here, but I'm just doing it. Let's do that in a minute. You can see him coming down onto my side. Right leg straight, grabbing my left ankle, and then coming out. This looks more like a Vogue Madonna pose, doesn't it? This one, this position here. So this side is way tighter for me than the other. About 4 deep breaths. About 2 more deep breaths now, guys. And relax. And again into your rebounds. So I would say probably a crocodile is good for this one. All right, guys, let's get into a frog pose now. So, knees are going to be quite wide for this. For the most part, this floor is quite soft. But for the most part, you will need to get a mat or a blanket and pop it underneath your knees. So I want to keep them in line with the hips. So not too far forward, not too far back. And then you can see that my feet, so the inside of my feet are going flat to the ground. So here, I definitely even need a mat for this. Not a mat, a blanket. relaxed and it's much easier. It just feels comfortable. There we go. And then just come out in front. Should feel like inside the thigh. Excuse me. Should feel it inside the thighs. And just relax. Lovely stretch. A couple more brief breaths, about 3 or 4. And just slowly coming out now. And again, drawing those knees together nice and slow. And into your reset position again.